Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Baguio Life Radio. I'm on again this week. I see we got 3 people waiting. Uh, Glad you could join us. Let me do this real quick. We will drop a show link over on Discord. Um, ooh. Let me do. We got 7 people now. Let me drop this off. We got 9 people now watching. So, good evening, everybody. This is going to be a quick show tonight because I am off traveling in about a couple of hours, finalizing our chat, finalizing everything to get out of here. Waiting for my guest. He's out taking a pee. So, how is everybody out there tonight? We're coming to you live from Baguio City up in the Cordillera region of Central Luzon, Philippines. We're right there. I am going to, nope, not there yet. We're going to talk about what's going on. Hey, Charlie Y, I saw you all over on that other show. What's up, Graham Cochran? Looking forward to you coming back here in the future. The Asawa says hello to you, Graham. Evil Aloes Troll. Come on, Weezer. Okay. I don't know you, so timed out. My guest is peeing right now at the moment, and I guess the other one hasn't taken his Jergens tonight. So let me get something here. How is everybody? Lots been going on in the last 24 hours. I woke up to it. Actually, I got to drop one more link to somebody else because he deserves public kudos and for what he did today, and I'll let him tell you when he comes on. Okay, he'll be joining us. Okay, Graham, I'll take care of that. Hey, Dave, do you want a link, or are you just going to listen tonight? Okay, Ed has joined us. What's going on, Ed? How are things down south?
All right. They're here. My wife she brought me wine and cheese tonight.
Wow, you get cheese out there in the boondocks? Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
Up in the boondocks.
Yeah. Hey, and let me put a shameless plug in. Okay, it's Ed and Aloe who's coming on. Do you want a link? You're more than welcome. You know you're always welcome to come on. No, the cheese selection in Baguio is not that great. I actually did. Actually, today, me and Ed had a couple of nice long conversations.
She got some good cheese in with the McCall last week for my visa.
Yeah.
Some, it's a cheddar, but it's a pretty good cheese. Can't get it anywhere else. Like black cheddar. Those are pretty good little cheese.
Quentin Valou's got the key. He is more than welcome to use it or not use it. So we're waiting on my guest. He's taking a pee, or I don't know what he's doing. Yeah.
He's eating macaroni and cheese, maybe.
Now he actually wants me to vlog the macaroni selection at SNR when I go down. Oh. So, Dave, you got the link, and you're more than welcome to come on. Yeah, you're exactly right, Charlie Y. And I had another conversation with somebody today. I'm not going to mention him, but us on the panel know him. We talk to him on a regular basis sometimes. And we are, and it's really disgusting because I think I had my Facebook, I'll give a background timeline. My Facebook blew up this afternoon when The Odd Couple went on. Hey, Mexican Jew, I like you. You're awesome. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Let me, I'll invite Mexican Jew on too if he wants to come on.
Jew from Mexico is all right.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to date both Obama's girls when he gets over there.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get into that. We're just waiting. Let me see. I know he is on. No, he's not. Where's he at? He's not on. Oh, I can't find him. Hold on. Hold on. There he is. Okay, Mexican Jew. I dropped. Okay, well, I put it in your. Okay. All right. Okay, so don't. Hey, Graham, good point. We're going to discuss that because I was brought up in the conversation this time.
Dave, you gonna come out or just sit there?
I don't know. Okay. Thank you, Charlie Y. Yes, thank you. That is the reason why I don't partake anymore. Maybe when I get Ed's age, I'll sit in the cantina and drink a Pilsen or something when I get Ed's age.
Hey, I said I have no more than 4 Pilsens a day.
Yeah.
Today I had 2. I had 2 Pilsens, and I'm sitting there drinking a nice glass of wine that must have been made last year, but hey, it's good. When I'm back to States, I don't drink at all. It's just over here I may have 3-4 bottles a day, and that's the limit. But
so yeah, well, I'm waiting for the but yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, he's the special guest because he had some stuff he wanted to talk about tonight. And if you go over to my regular channel, you'll see I reposted a video. I think it's going to be going around YouTube now. So, yeah. Oh, Ed.
Yeah.
Ed jumped the stream today.
Oh, I got onto him about
that was that was about when my Facebook started to blow up.
Yeah, I just got on about what he did to his sister.
Yeah, well,
you're rotten scum for what you did to your sister.
Well, so I do not know where he is at. He said he was going to take a piss.
Like I didn't say anything about any of us guys or what he's doing with us.
No,
I just had to get on what he did to his sister. Like no matter what, you do to us, you don't do to your family.
I think he's here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is here. Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Aloe de Winter.
Do you hear me
please.
loud and clear?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay, good.
Aloe, we're going to keep this somewhat civil. Please tell my audience what was said about me today on the show, because you were blowing up about me on my messenger up.
I remember you blowed up on my messenger, but
well, I went away to take it. I went away and did stuff, then mine blew back up again.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say hello to everyone. Good evening, everyone. Also to the guys in the live chat. A lot has happened in the last 24 hours.
The Ram has touched the wall. The Ram has touched the wall.
Yeah, it's drama. And it seems as if the Cebu crew is now getting a little bit nervous. I heard that somebody has sent over the police, and I believe we are all moving in the right direction. But let me tell you a few things. I heard earlier that people said, "Hey, Bama, don't worry, because Aloe is also a guy. He threatens everybody. He has threatened you too on the last Riff Raff radio show." And I want to encourage everyone to go back there and listen to it, because somebody left a comment over on the Shills live stream and also on Bama's live stream to go to the mark of around 40-minute mark, 39 minutes, 30-second mark over on the Pig Dow episode on Riff Raff Radio. Please go there, please listen to it, and then push the blog just over 1,000 views. Thank you very much. Somebody said, "Hey, Bama, Aloe also threatened you." And I want to put that in perspective here. After I was threatened several times over several weeks, and not just me, but everybody else on the Riff Raff Radio crew, on the Riff Raff Radio panel, and on one show, on Kwentong Baliu's show, even while I was on the panel together with another guy who directly threatened me. And he threatened me physically, and also that he would come after me, and that he knows my address and he will come to my place. And what I actually said on the Riff Raff Radio episode is, if you continue to threaten me, if you continue to encourage your subs to harass my wife and my kid, there will be a reaction to that. And you have to see it in that context. So when you go back and you listen to it, you'll see that I said that if you continue to do what you are doing, and if you do what you said you would do, there might be a situation where you walk out of a Jollibee or a 7-Eleven, and you will be beaten up by locals as a direct reaction to that. And somebody might come up there and say, "Hey, my name is Aloe de Winter." That is a reaction to the constant threats, to the constant harassment, to the constant bullying coming from their channel. Now, you cannot just say, when you come into somebody's place and threaten them, that if these people defend themselves, you can't say, "Yeah, but they also said this and they also said that." No, we are just talking about defending ourselves. Okay. Who was the one who actually said, "Come over to our place, come here, we are waiting for you, we get CCTV cams, we will pay locals 10,000 pesos to come to your house, we will,
that's it.
And so on and so forth."
I think didn't the Bogan say 100K for me?
100K to come to your place, bag your life, and then kick your ass and do a vlog about it. In other cases, they said, "I will send somebody down to Davao. I will send somebody up to Quezon City. I know the name. We know where they are." Again and again. And then you are here, you the fanboys, are here telling us that Aloe also threatened these guys. Go back to the RRR show on the 40-minute mark. Bama, he threatened you. Threatened who? Threatened whom? Threatened how? Put it in context, and you will see that I was talking about the reaction when they do what they said they would do. And one guy was swearing on the grave of his father and said, I will find you, I will kick your ass, I will fucking do this and that. And I said, do it. And if you do it, you might find yourself in a situation where somebody will get hurt. And it's most definitely not me, because you're far away from your country. So that is what I really said. So you can go there and you take the sound bites, play it, and we couldn't ask for more, because I stand for what I say, and I will stand by what I say, and I'm one guy on the Riff Raff Radio show. I am not Riff Raff Radio. I am one guy on the panel of Riff Raff Radio. Dave is another guy on the panel of Riff Raff Radio. Popeye is another guy, a co-host on the Riff Raff Radio show, and John Doe. The sum of all of these people is what the Riff Raff Radio stands for. You cannot say Dave was on the show, or Alan was on the show, or Popeye or John Doe was on the show, so let's go after them, let's do this and let's do that. What this is a constant harassment of people. And yes, there will be a reaction, and it's going in the right direction. Please go over to Bag Your Life's channel. Also go over to my channel. There will be other bloggers who will upload the video.
Discord.
We have Discord, FB. Go there. You'll find a vlog about what is going on right now. Help us report this guy. We are moving in the right direction. Yesterday night, 5 a.m., cops went over to that place, took pictures of the person in question. We will make sure that will continue.
Okay,
Eric, wait a second. Okay. I absolutely expect, Eric, that you will do your part in this, because the community expects you to do something about this, because nobody will stay neutral in this. I tell you that. And somebody comes on there, Alan started it, but Dave is also like this and like that, and Popeye also put out blogs. No. You're either with us or you're with the other team. You are neutral, you become a target. You're neutral, you become a target. You are neutral, and you become a fucking target.
Well, I kind of caught the back end of it. I've been packing because I'm taking a nice trip. Going to have lunch with Aloe DeWinter. We're going to talk some business, real commercial opportunities. So
is that when you pass through?
Yeah,
is that when you pass through Cabanatuan?
Yes, when I pass through there.
But my wife will also come. Okay?
Aloe, gotta give Ed a opera clap for what he did today. But honestly, I got a message. The police came to identify him. Okay, help me out because I'm new to all this. The police came to identified him, took his statistics, took his whatever, basic information. Okay. They're not immigration. That's a separate branch. Okay. They're waiting now. I don't know how Philippine law works because I'm still new to all this. I just know what Expat TV went through. Okay. And I can only relate, but that does not relate at all. So we are going to.
No, he's nervous. That's what this is all about. He is nervous. No, wait a second there. He is nervous because, wait a second, somebody went over there. That's what I heard. He has confirmed that. That's a good first step in the right direction. Now, what needs to be done is you go over to our channels, you look at this video that we put out, take the number, text Bureau of Immigration, text and take that video and put it on every fucking site that you see out there for Duterte sites and immigration sites, whatever. Make this guy famous, and he is worried. Why is he worried? Because he already took down the vlog, the one where he was like ranting for 6 hours, threatening people for like 6 hours, and where his sister came on and actually told him to back down and let it go. And he didn't. He was drunk. He was very aggressive. He
Belligerent.
basically threatened everybody. He threatened you again, I believe, today and other people to pay them money to send them to Baguio or Davao and so on and so forth. That's what he did. Now we have copies of these. Streams. We have several copies of these streams. They are circulating right now. There are a couple of people editing right now. And again, to the fanboys, yeah, but Alo also threatened people. No, I reacted to what they said to me directly on a live stream while I was on a live stream on several shows. And I
Okay.
said, do what you said you will do, and then you might get yourself in trouble. That's where I just explained to them that they might one day walk out of a Jollibee or a 7-Eleven and somebody might come up and identify them and know who they are, and then they would be in trouble. That is not a threat. That is not a threat. I'm talking about the consequence of their behavior. They have started the threatening and so on and so forth. And beside of that, what could possibly happen? What could possibly happen?
Okay.
At the end of the day, who will get deported? Who will get deported? Is it them or is it me who will get deported? Is it them or me who will get blacklisted? I have never heard of somebody who holds Philippines citizenship being deported from the Philippines, or somebody who holds Philippine citizenship being blacklisted in the Philippines. And that's what it all comes down to.
Well, here's the thing. You're a dually. We're going to get to that, Jazz, on Jason. You're a dually. I'm a resident. We're protected. You're protected more under Philippine law than I am. Right? Okay, help me out. You have the full force of Philippine judicial system. Correct?
I don't really know how you define.
Well,
the
I'm
full...
saying. Well, I'm saying is you as a dual citizen have more rights than me, but I have more rights.
The point.
But no, hold on.
Wait a second. The point.
I have more rights.
Eric. The point is this: is that in this case we are not talking about the permanent resident. He is a guy who is in Minganilla, who doesn't really have the finances to withstand any, he can't stand trial, and they always say, nothing can happen. That's not what this is all about. We're not going through the legal process. The only thing we do is we attach these information and send it forward to the Bureau of Immigration with the verbal abuse, with the threatening, and then somebody at the Bureau of Immigration might just say, you know what, this is a guy who poses a risk to public health and safety. Right? That's what this is all about. And I actually want to go that direction where he threatens me and threatens others, because at the end of the day, I have nothing to lose. I will not be blacklisted. I will not be deported, because you cannot be deported or blacklisted in your own country. And that is what this is all about. A lot of these fanboys thought we are just only talking. 5 a.m. this morning, 2 cops from
Thank you. No, it was more than 2.
Place
it was more than 2.
Went over there.
Allo. Can I talk for a second?
No, it's my show.
It's my show. And Popeye joined us. Hello, Popeye.
Hi, Popeye. Oh, that visit today, that is a pretense.
Oh, and
that was a pretense. Next time a case is filed, then he goes to jail. Today was a pretense. That's all it needs next is somebody say, okay, file the case. Then they're going to go back out, and he's going to walk out in cuffs.
Well, exactly. Today, okay, I'm gonna kind of compare this to the hobo thing. The reason why, and they were laughing about it today, okay, that why the hobo didn't stay in jail. Well, the owner of the shop was not around to put the case. But what they did was, with the hobo in Baguio, they took his picture, they took his information, right, and put it out to the blotter in the PNP system. That's what happened to him.
That's what happened to Bama today too. It's in the system. He's on the radar.
So I don't know.
Look, Jesus. Look, this is what this is all about. Somebody with money has to get a fucking lawyer and then process all the papers and documents.
That's it.
Not a bar girl, not somebody who drives a tricycle for a living, not the type of people they surround themselves with, because these are the people who are weak, who don't have the financial means to do anything, but somebody who has something to say, who has the money and the connection to just do what needs to be done. And that has the first day of that was today when somebody sent over the police. They took pictures. They know now where he stays. And now the next step has to be that people start texting to the Bureau of Immigration from every city in the Philippines until the Bureau of Immigration gets like 100 or 200 or 300 text messages. And then they will start to ask, hey, there is a case here in Minganilla. Do you know something? Yes, the cops went over. We took a picture. We have edited videos. We get text messages from all over the place, and then and only then something will happen, and then and only then he will back down. If we cut off the snake's head, and he is the snake's head, then everything else will just go away. He is the example, because there are people who back him up, who say, hey, let's support Mama, because they hate Aloe, they hate Popeye, they hate Dave, they hate John Doe. That's what this is all about. And I am in this to win it, because we will win. Because number one, again, nobody threatened them. Nobody said something against them. I have never threatened any of these guys. I have not threatened Jay Stillman. I have not threatened Bama. All I said is, as a consequence of their threats to kill me, as a consequence of their threats to harass my kid and my wife, there will be a reaction, and that reaction go to the 40th minute of Riff Raff Radio last episode. That's all it is. And I am very relaxed, and I look forward to any legal process they would initiate, because at the end of the day, in the Philippines, like in other countries, but much more in the Philippines, this is something where money will decide who will get in trouble and who won't get in trouble. And the guy who has a hard time to buy himself an Xbox, a guy who has a hard time to keep an apartment and skipped out already on his first rent, will not be that guy. So I declare open season on this guy, because I want that this guy will get in trouble. And this is not a threat. I'm talking about legal trouble, because he has to stand, he has to be held accountable for what he said. And again, Aloe is also making threats and blah blah blah. Yeah, then file your shit and get me deported, and then I will be there, and then I will show you my passport, and then that's it. It really doesn't. It really, there is really nothing that I am worried about, because I feel, because some people still believe, yeah, but Aloe is a Swiss, right? He's also a foreigner. He can also be deported. Yeah, right. You find out soon.
Okay, hold on. Let's let Popeye chime in. Popeye, did you hear I have 100K on my head?
Dude, you guys, all right?
Mhm.
Fucking stop it. Listen to me. I got a download of the video. You don't have 100K on your head.
Oh.
Just fucking stop it, will you?
Yeah.
All right? This guy is going to get what's coming to him. So just all of y'all just fucking stop it. All right?
Okay.
Being handled. Just fucking stop it.
We can't pick on him anymore. Is that what you're saying? Popeye. Where do you go?
Probably refill the coffee.
So now you tell me what you want to do about this, Eric, because I want to know, you guys out there, please contact me. Bring me information. Everything is useful. I want to thank everybody who has done that so far. I want names and I want addresses. And the fanboys, take a soundbite of what I said, bring it to Bama, and then let Bama forward it to the authorities, and then I'll be glad to, if people will send me, summon me to some place, I would be glad to blog about it, and then at least I will have something to talk about on my vlogs, because I'm actually running out of content for my channel.
Actually, yeah, we're Expat Pepper put it right. Expat Pepper got it. Hold on. But hold on here. Let's find him. Hold on. He might be bored tonight.
I
Are you
just
coming with your wife on Sunday?
The other day, just to jump in his ass about dishing his sister like he did. Like there was no call for him to rat his own relatives out.
Are you coming? Are you coming with your wife on Sunday, Eric, or
Yes,
it's just you?
I am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'll be back in Pasay again on the 12th for like a half a day.
Yeah, we'll meet in.
Yeah,
I thought we'll meet in Cabanatuan.
Well, no, the 12th I'm supporting Operation Backpack for Johnny.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'll just give you a call afterwards when I'm in town.
Yeah.
Now, are you up in the main island right now?
Yeah, read the chat, Allo. That's what Larry heard it. Larry heard it. Expat Prepper.
Larry heard what?
Larry kid kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, physically attack you, go up to bug you, and then physically attack you.
Yeah. So.
And that's what I heard, and that's illegal, because encouraging somebody to do an illegal, to commit a crime is not really good, And again, it is the problem here is they always got away with it because it's just the type of people that they surround themselves with. So I'm asking you, Eric, if it's you who got threatened to do fucking something about it.
Yes.
Because you have the money and you have the connection to do so.
Yes.
And we have seen that yesterday. Somebody who has a certain standing in life, a certain status in life, send over the cops.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. When somebody with illiterate, stupid,
and you know what, and you know what,
call the cops, they won't go out there, but they did, and that's the right thing to do.
Well, and actually, they acted very quickly, which kudos to whoever did it. I applaud them. Larry is with us, Expat Prepper.
Hey, what's up? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
No.
This is going to be.
I got an idea, Eric. Why don't you put on a cup? Okay, put a cup on. With a jackstrap cup things, and let me come over and kick you in the balls. We'll get it on camera, and then we'll split the 100K.
Okay. All right, we can do that.
I promise I won't even kick you hard.
No, it's going to be handled. It's being handled while I'm gone.
Where did Popeye go?
I don't know. I think he got mad.
Mad about what?
I don't know.
What was it again he said? What did he say again?
It's being handled.
Okay. Anyways.
So, and honestly, I woke up and listened to Quintong Baloo this morning. Okay. I didn't get the sound, but I didn't get the chance to get the sound bite of what he said that caused that whole problem, but shit's getting stupid. But here's the problem I have. You got the fucking show whore now because his other platform was shut down. He's over there now.
Who's that? The show whore?
The Kiwi Mike.
Kiwi Mike. I can't keep all these people straight, all these names. But, I tried to reason with those guys. I went on the show and talked to them for a few minutes. And I don't know what the answer is. I tried to talk some sense into them. And then after I left, then I could hear him say, well, he thinks that we started it. And it didn't do any good. It was just a waste of time. I still hope all this shit could blow over. What my attitude is, we're living in a paradise. I love the Philippines. Most of these expats also love the Philippines. If we need to stop this fighting and carrying on. You know, I know people's feelings are hurt. People
to tell you the truth, this way did okay. I mean, I there's no truth with me anymore here. That's my stand. What the others do, that is their decision. With me, I'm out of this. I am not part of any truth. There will be no backing down. No matter what, you know, if even our own guys tell us to let it go, and they find a solution to this, no, I will not be part of this. Never. I put that out right here, right now. I will keep doing what I do, and there is no truce without the winter. There's no peace deal without the winter. Absolutely not. And I will keep that in mind. The people who will stay neutral in this, again, if we know who they are, we'll do the same with them too. We will also find out who their families are, and where they live, and you know, that's just how it is. And you can do the same with me too. You will soon enough find out that not everybody has equal rights in this country. I tell you that.
Oh, Al, everything you're saying is 100% correct. I don't see how anybody with any sense could argue with you. You know, things you said about your status, you know, and the legal process in the Philippines. Anybody that tried to question that is just a moron.
Well, here you go. Aloe. What are you on your mother's side? Ilocano or Tagalog or Companion?
I will not talk about anything about my identity or anything in public here on a live stream.
Okay.
All the information that have been put out on several channels who have all these text messages and postings over on Discord, and also on these people's channel, I absolutely won't comment on any of that. All I can say is you can call me Aloe or you can call me Olaf. That is absolutely up to you. That's not something that I will comment on.
Okay.
I just want to see it end. I don't care how he ends it. He either goes to jail, gets kicked out of the country, or just gets off of YouTube and stops his shit.
Okay. Here's the thing where he fucked up. Threatening a Filipinas family.
He fucked up right in the beginning when he dicked Popeye.
Well, that too, but in the last 24 hours, messing and threatening a Filipinas family is...
Yeah. But he's been doing it all along.
Yeah.
Not just yesterday. He's been doing it all along, threatening all you guys, threatening your families off the line. All along he's been doing it.
These guys don't realize it, and this is not a threat by any means, what I'm about to say, but it is the truth. People get away with murder in the Philippines all the time. Your life is worth about 500, maybe 1,000 pesos. So anybody could be ambushed, and it happens all the time over here. That's what these knuckleheads don't realize. You don't want to go screwing with people, getting people mad at you in the Philippines. You want to try to get along with everybody.
Like when that guy comes out, he dukes Popeye, he's trying after Aloe, trying off John Doe, and then he does his own sister.
Then he makes the threats on Dave.
Yeah, make threats on Dave. There's something wrong with the guy. He's lost the head someplace.
And you don't mess. And being on a tourist status is it. You can go back to a couple of previous shows, and Johnny and the Expat TV guys had it explained to them at a police station what their standing is. The reason why nothing in that incident went any further, because it was a tourist on tourist.
Mm-hmm.
But their Philippine family was behind them. You see what I'm going with that? Yeah, Passport TV, you're right. But that's what happened there. They don't want to deal with that But he fucked up drinking a fucking, and you know what? Jack Daniels ain't cheap in this country either. And running his mouth, which got him in trouble this morning. You threatened a Filipinas family.
Don't work.
And like I told Bama, I told him today in his room, he was talking about Dave. He said Dave threatened people. And I went in there and I said, Dave, I said, I've never heard Dave threaten anybody physically. Anybody. And he had nothing to say. He hemmed on and mumbled around that. But he couldn't challenge what I said. I'm talking about Bama. And it's true. I've never heard Dave physically threaten anybody.
No, never. And this whole thing, and he talks about the hobo this, the hobo that. If you look back on it, it was the hobo that just picked people and started on them.
Yeah, that guy was a moron.
We sent the C-130 after him and plucked them out of the jungle. Took them out.
Hey, did you guys see that video? Did you see that video with John Doe? He went on Bama's show and they were screaming at each other. Oh, man. I had to watch that twice.
Oh, hey, and I got to say thank you to the odd couple down there. Kat Bellina is back as of today. Has anybody saw that?
Yeah, he put out a really good vlog, and I would like to encourage everybody to go over there, watch it. It gives you a good overview of what went down last night. And many of us thought that this might have been one of the best live streams ever in this community. And I must say it is really high up there among the top live streams in the last 2 years.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the really other thing, Al. I was catching bits and pieces because I'm leaving in about a little bit.
You're leaving in what?
I'm leaving I got a bus reservation to head down the road. Is when, oh God, what was I saying? And honestly, it's really disgusting when their landlord can come on the show and not say anything about it. All of a sudden, the whole tune changed. That whole tune changed when he came on.
Well, all I can say is because I'm also a landlord, and all I can say is that if your tenants do what they did, you might want to think about how this might negatively affect your property, because who wants to go to a place like that where everybody knows that the tenants that usually hang out there are drunkards and have criminal records in their home country, and the police comes over, you hear yelling in the night. People are up all night, people come and go, and it's all that drama around there. And I don't believe that there are tenants who would want to be there and go there, because it's kind of getting a little bit of a negative reputation, and I think that might be something. And on the other hand, I believe that one of these tenants has been staying there for a few weeks now, and I heard that he has trouble to come up with the money for the rent, and I don't think that will be the last time. So it's a little bit risky to have people like that staying at your house, at your property. But maybe he sees that in a different angle. I do not know.
I just remembered what I was going to say. The police, even though they went away, Bama, there is somebody watching you. Because that happened with the hobo. The police put people on him until he left town.
Look, but we will get. Please go ahead, Larry.
Okay, sorry about that. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
No problem.
Especially with his live stream being cut off, you think it's hard for him to pay the rent now. He's going to have more problems after he's, he doesn't get that donation money, and I don't know. Is he getting AdSense? I don't know that much about it. With these live streams, do you get AdSense?
My new ones. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm not up on that monetized. I don't think I know anybody that has a monetized channel.
Well, it's thanks to the Riff Raff Radio crew, or thanks to me, that the super chat is down, and Bama doesn't really like that.
Yeah.
So he says it was the other guys. No, it was me. Me and a couple of other guys who were actually not on the Riff Raff pal.
So I mean, I was catching bits and pieces because they do the whatever. Then Allo sent me the sound bite of the Bogan.
I'm surprised that that Jay even got dragged into this. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. If Bama wouldn't have moved in there, okay, Jay would have been all right. He wouldn't have been in this mess with everybody. Do you guys believe that?
Okay, this all started. Jay interjected himself into this.
Well, yeah, Bama.
Yeah, I would also say so.
Yeah. Apartment.
Because Jay, I had a conversation prior to all this drama with Jay, and he said, "Hey, Allo, you and Popeye also need to come after me because I have a PayPal account and I have a GoFundMe." And I said, "Why are you bringing this up? Because we're not talking about you." That is what happened. He said, "You, Allo, and you, Popeye, you need to attack me now because that's what you are doing." And he was defending Ren. He was defending a couple of other guys, and he started to act a little bit butthurt, passive aggressive, making comments over on my FB. And then, I thought, well, let's talk a little bit about Jay too. And all I did is I said he's a guy who lives in his parents' house in Australia and thinks he is some sort of a Bitcoin trader now, claims he is making tons of money. At the end of the day, he is just a spoiled boy who didn't really find his, how should I say, his purpose in life yet. And that's what you see right now. He's traveling around the world and thinks he's some sort of a big shot. He should leave the Philippines and go back to Cairns, where his sick father is about to die in a couple of months. A good son would not spend his time doing this YouTube shit here. A good son would not spend time chatting on these live chats and streams here. A good son would pack up his things as soon as he knew his father is sick and doesn't really won't really live longer than 4, 5, 6 months. You want to spend time with your loved ones and support them in this very challenging time. But obviously, there are other things that are more important to him. That's the booze and the bitches and hanging out with Bama in that place in Minganelia. So that says a lot about the person he is. And again, there are still people who support them. There will be, I don't think that there will be a change in that because, again, birds with the same feather flock together. And that's one of the reasons why everybody, the criminals love to hang out over on these live chats because they really hate when we call them out for it, and then they would say, who made you to police? Who are you to judge us? And so on and so forth. That's all it is. And we won't stop that. I won't stop it. I don't know what you guys want to do about this, but I won't fucking stop.
I know what I want to do about it. Hey, I know
Please
what I
go
want
ahead,
to do about it.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do about it. I want to give a whale report.
That's a cow. That's a cow.
This is the Hawaii 5-0, the chair coming.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You have your whale report for the day.
I don't even want to talk. I watched his vlog today.
Now, you all need to shut the fuck up, Eric. You all need to take the sticks out of your asses this morning. Now that I got my fucking coffee, fucking waking me up early, fucking pissing me off, okay? The shit's handled, okay? So let's do a real show. Let's do a real live stream with some real fucking content.
This is enough.
Let's talk about the color of Eric's underwear. Let's talk about
hold on, I gotta check and see what it is.
Pupper's house. Let's
could it be Earth Bones?
let's talk about how I think everybody should pick the strings of spinach out of my shit and eat it. You know, let's talk about something relevant. Okay?
Let's talk about an Oompa Loompa.
Popeye,
yeah?
You have a shit fetish. You keep going on about shit.
Elo DeWinter taught me all about that, ex-prep prepper. He taught me all about that. All right, he taught me all about that. He wears asshole O-rings on his ring fingers and shit like that. Alo's a true ass man. I don't know what his fucking problem is, and I just kind of fell into it. I've been trying to get away from it, you know, step away from the computer every time Alo posts, you know, but hey, it is what it is, you know. So, oh yeah, another whale report coming in.
That's a fucking sea cow. That's not a whale. That's a sea cow. That's a whale.
And welcome to the Heavy Breathers Association. I love you all. I love you all. Oh, Adrian, are you there today? Oh, yes, Popeye. When you go to Philippines, make sure you don't wear pumps. Wear flats, Popeye. The roads are really not that good, Popeye. Okay, thank you, Adrian.
You even sound like the real Popeye.
Listen, you fuckers. It's 4th of July. It's Freedom Day. We've just had Super Chat fucking Victory Day. I hope you enjoyed my latest vlog.
Yes, your latest videos were good.
You have to excuse me. It was really tough translating that Russian, but it's done loosely, so you know, take it for what it's worth.
Well, I got a question. After I heard Bama today go off on Ed, can anybody translate redneck for me?
Look, I give you a dime to the dollar. I give you a dime to dollar. It's all over now. You're not going to hear much from him.
I might take you up on that.
I give you a dime to dollar. All right, wake the fuck up. All right, all y'all wake the fuck up. All right, I'll tell you something all right now. Okay, block this. The lad's in trouble, so let it go. All right, let's move on.
I'm reading Mr. Historia. You say I need to laugh.
Yeah, really, Eric. Pull the stick out of your ass, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeehaw.
I even get Expat Prepper to laugh. He knows how to laugh. Ain't that right, Expat Prepper? Huh.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right. How's it going out there?
I'm getting ready.
It's going fine. Yeah.
You doing good? Yeah. Huh? The family, the missus, they're all well, I presume?
Oh, you know, we had all the relatives over tonight. Our Lolo, my wife's father, he's 79 years old, and he's not doing too good. He just came out of the hospital and his kidneys are starting to shut down, and so everyone's they're coming over. So other than that,
everybody's getting their visits in, right?
Yeah. I had to explain to my son today. He says, "Well, can't they do a kidney transplant on him? Can't you take him back to the hospital?" I said, "The man's," I had to give my son that talk, and so
yeah, because when you get that age, operations aren't that easy to come in and out of when you're that age. 79. Yeah.
That's strange because now that's the second person now I've heard of that in the past 4 months. Filipino that's happened to.
So we got more viewers than the other show right now, Eric. Not bad.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not monetized. I only come on every so often, but we are gonna, when Johnny gets back, we're rebooting the other show. So,
well, you're gonna reboot the bunghole?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened to that lowlife fuck Jeremy? Has anybody got an update on him?
He's somewhere in Thailand now.
Yeah.
So.
What was that he used to say?
Oh, Popeye does it very well.
What was his line?
There is only one quintessential emotion.
I have that. I have that every time I take a good shit.
I say that every time I blow my load.
No, he's in Thailand.
So, Aloe, did I make you laugh this morning? Did I put you in a little better mood? Huh? You feel a little better, Aloe?
I feel really good. I left you a video over on Discord, and I would like you to upload it. And
okay.
I hope John Doe will follow and then also upload it. Please check it out.
Hey, I've already got 79 hits on it.
Now,
79, yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah.
What happened with the Swifts? I haven't been paying attention. Are they out of it yet? Oh, I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm not fucking with you, man. I was just curious.
They lost the game yesterday.
Oh, wow, man. Fuck. All right, because I root for the underdog, Aloe. And I know the Swifts were the underdog. And they stayed in there longer than the fucking Germans, all right? Come on now, Aloe. Got to be a banner year for you, all right? Come on. Come on, Aloe.
It was a good tournament. It was a good tournament overall, but the Swiss team doesn't really have the strikers that they need to really score. And, Sweden was the better team and therefore proceeds to the next round. And, that's it.
All right.
Okay, now back to what you were saying. It's going to be quiet till he gets his next bottle. And when he gets the liquid courage back, he's going to be back at it again.
The guy is mentally ill. If you do not come to the same conclusion,
I came to that conclusion when he said he was going to put.
You really don't need to be a psychiatrist. The guy is mentally ill. I mean, after that vlog, you mean he had one meltdown after another? He was like hitting on the table. And come on over now, come on over now, come on over now, and he was yelling, and then he was yelling at his girlfriend, and this is good. This is good because this is a sign that it really gets under his skin, and that's why I won't let up now. I mean, if a guy is on the floor, you don't walk away. That's old school. The guy's on the floor. You keep kicking him in the mouth.
Well, let's quote the great Popeye. When you got your boot on their throat, you don't take it off. And secondly, the guy was we figure if you
No,
ever
you didn't finish. Stop right there. You didn't finish it.
well, can I put part 2 in real quick before I forget? He was mental when he said on a vlog that he was going to take a brick upside of Popeye's head.
Dude,
Yeah, but
you
it's not
guys
only
all
that. I mean,
saw that long
Yeah.
time ago.
it's not
man.
only that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
look,
not only that. It's many things. It's many things. The 6-hour live stream yesterday is full of it.
Mm-hmm.
He also threw in Roberto Dunn. He talked about other vloggers, people who are over on Discord, basically attacking everyone, threatening everyone.
Welcome, Quentin
And,
Blue to the show.
And that is a problem, obviously. And that's why we're here.
Welcome,
Can I get-
Quentin.
can I
I
get a
heard you.
ride in your Honda today?
What the fuck? Yeah.
Well, hey, I do have some good news to put out. I do have some positive news in my life to put out.
I
So-
don't fuck positive news.
We don't give a shit about your
You're
life. The only
positive.
reason people come here is so their show doesn't get killed.
I don't
That's
care.
why people show up here.
I got 5 more channels. I don't care.
No, you don't. He called the whole panel child molesters. Yes, he did. He called the whole panel a lot of things. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The police have a copy of the video. It's already there. I mean, Popeye, you know, our glorious hero of the Soviet Army, Navy, downloaded it, uploaded it to Google Drive, and my man in Cebu took it over to the PNP. They have it. That's what the profiling was all about earlier. It started out as disturbing the peace, and now, you know, he's already been highlighted. It's very simple. He can talk all the mad shit he wants about everything. That's why Popeye was saying, let it work. Let's let it work instead of worrying about everything else. You know what I mean? Because he's talked himself into a corner. He can delete the video. We've got the URL. We've got the file, and we've got other stuff that he said also. It's not just this one thing.
Yeah,
It's
and
numerous things. And he even said that Aloe has a tiny dick because he's half Filipino. What does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean that all Filipinos have tiny dicks?
the race card.
That part right there alone has been highlighted, and I don't think the PNP is very happy about that. I mean, these are real men, and they don't like their manhood being challenged. So I'd say that you're 0-0 right now. You know, maybe you shouldn't drink that much because it's not really healthy. I know your liver's failing and stuff like that. But when you drink an entire bottle of Jack, you know, you're not supposed to be able to. You don't ever see the Hulk drinking a whole bottle of Jack on the Avengers, okay? Just as an example. Just as an example. So maybe that should clue you in, you fucking piece of shit redneck.
We
that you
need to
shouldn't
give
do-
Arrow a chance to refute those comments.
Yes.
Arrow, is there any problem in that area?
Actually, I always said it earlier. I mean, I always said that on many live streams that I only have a deep voice. I'm actually a woman, and I always kind of felt a bit, I don't know, insulted when people say I have a small dick because I don't have a dick at all.
You know, Aloe, let me
I
ask you a
will need to
question.
reach out to him. And do you guys think it's the right time for a truce now?
Aloe, let me ask you a question in Tagalog, man. Aloe,
Yeah.
ikaw ang maliit ang titi mo, ang talaga?
Hindi naman. Hindi naman.
Hindi naman,
Hindi.
ang talaga. Uy, puntang ina mo, ikaw utot mo rin ang talaga, di ba?
And he
You know,
says,
and that's one of the things.
Oh,
One
and
of the
here's
things
the
that
thing.
everybody should really
Yeah.
know. I mean, everybody says, you know, Popeye is not relevant. He has not been in the Philippines like 20 years plus. He's probably the only guy around here who knows how to speak Tagalog, at least among the white expats, and that's at least something, right? That's at least something. So before
Yeah, I
you
got something.
before you speak even a few sentences, like the Chicago guy or all these fanboys in the live chat over on these loser channels.
Let's clump it
That's
all
not
together.
really. That's not. It means nothing. It means
They're
nothing.
they're not fanboys. They're the trailer park crew.
The trailer park.
Okay, wait.
Talking about trailer park, right? I mean, when we started to talk about that guy in Quezon City, the I don't want to put you in trouble here, Eric. So I will use the correct term. Our African American friend in Quezon City. Our African American friend in Quezon City started to do live streams again after he heard we were like celebrating the fact that he is soon to be leaving the Philippines. But who knows if that's true or not. But what he did is he was super proud of having a lobster. That he was eating lobster. And it was like talking about that not everybody could eat lobster. And I don't know a lot of expats who eat lobsters, blah 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 and blah blah. Wow. And the thing is this: if somebody claims to be successful, if somebody pretends that he has a studio, that he is doing records, and that he is doing something with his life, why is it that we never see any of that? Why is it that somebody claims, hey, I will show you this and I will show you that, I'm doing shit, but the only thing you get is this sad little apartment where he eats rice and drinks Coke, and all of a sudden you see like a lobster on the cam, and he's like all puffy. I mean, his face is like look at how he looks like. Why is it that this guy never takes us out of his apartment? I mean, like, if you are in the Philippines for several months and you are such a super success, why did you never go to a place like Baguio or Palawan or Cebu, or never went out there? Why is it that you always are in your condominium?
Right? In his defense,
it might be that you are not the winner and not the success that you claim you are. And then all you got is a lobster. Jesus, that's it.
Oh,
I need to come up with
Allo.
Yes,
in his
sir.
defense, he did go to Walking Street in Angeles.
Yeah, but that's the type of place people like him usually go to. But when somebody has a huge tarpaulin at the back and claims that he is like traveling the world, I mean, you have been in Quezon City, and that's about it. A little bit in Angeles, a little bit in Cavite, and sometimes you take your Blasian family to the Robinson grocery store, and that's about it. That's not what I call travel. That's not what I call success.
Well, hey, here's the question.
And you need a lot more than having a lobster than that. That's actually one of the reasons why I am uploading vlogs over the next several weeks. And then sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm there. And when you look it up in the map, it's like several hundred kilometers away from each other. And you might think, hey, this is a guy, I'm referring to myself, the greatest guy on YouTube. This is a guy who actually is not a vlogger. And he puts out this 1 minute vlog. But you can always see that sometimes I'm here, then I'm on that island, then maybe I'm in this country, and I'm in another country. And I'm not even a traveler. I'm not even a vlogger. And then this guy who tries to compete with us, who thinks he is so much better than us, comes up with something like this. Pathetic.
Okay,
Really
here's
pathetic.
the question I have, Allo. If he was so successful, why isn't he shopping at Landers? Why isn't he shopping at what's that really nice grocery store in Makati? Rustans,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the same level.
Yeah,
and Rustans and Landers and SNR.
Yeah.
And he was really proud when he was talking about SNR. And I was, I bought this at SNR, and we were in SNR and things like that. You know what? I will put out an SNR vlog from Cabanatuan in a couple of places, in a couple of days. And it means nothing. That's the place where you usually get your stuff. So what?
I'm doing one for the Baclaran one this week. Okay. And actually we're going to have a
What did you say? You got a bacala?
Baclaran.
Oh, I thought you said bacala.
It's It actually might be because I'm taking Professor X on an SNR trip with
This
me.
is all
Jesus
really,
Christ.
really exciting, but I'd like to get back
Right.
to the subject at hand, which isn't
Yes.
heavy, by the way. I'd like to get back to the whole man. Now see what you did to me, Eric. Damn it.
That's what
Fucking
Eric
zero.
does to you.
Fucking zero. I went with Bama, man. He some of the stuff he was saying this morning was bad, but the best parts were there was one great part where John Doe came on and just lit. I mean, he gave him a hot foot, man. It was like he stuck matches under his feet and held him still. And he just said, "You're an ignorant hillbilly. If you don't stop talking, I'm just going to leave." And now the metric for Bama is I won. I kicked his ass because I yelled the loudest and yelled the longest while my girl, in a frenzy of fright, stood behind me and cleaned rapidly so she didn't get hit. That was what he considered a success. But then whoever that guy was, that guy looked like Emerson, that came on there and just went, I call the police. I was like, dude, this guy is fucking hilarious. We need this guy on the next Riff Raff. Whoever you are, you need it's probably Emerson, man. That's who it looks like. I'm telling you, that's exactly who it looks
I
like.
remember that guy.
And he's just it sounded like a death metal song, man.
Dave, I had to watch that twice. I watched that this afternoon, and then I came back after dinner. I watched it again. John Doe was fantastic.
John Doe was on point, man. Yeah. I didn't even realize I didn't hear the show before I went on this morning, and I listened to it later on because my wife was out doing the report, and she was out at the market and stuff like that. And I'm like, and this guy just went, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is hilarious. This is what's going to happen to them on this channel every time. This is what's going to happen every time on their channel. There's going to be people calling and going,
did you hear where Ed got him today?
At least we deliver. You know, our crew is really delivering because it's actually because of RRR. This is all happening because of that show. Yep. And didn't we promise that this would be the year of drama? And now we got cops and
hey,
now he said,
people.
Hold on.
You guys should take the audio from that exchange from John Doe and Bama. Take that audio and use it for your intro on RRR.
Okay. I'll do that
as the outro, man. As the outro. Or,
there you go.
But Cat Paulina, by the way, took that sound bite and turned it into a 3 or 4 minute sound bite, a vlog, and you can go over there. It's on Cat Paulina's channel.
Yes, thank you, Bama, for resurrecting Cat Paulina. Cat Paulina's been resurrected.
Fantastic.
He didn't
Cat Paulina is back, and a couple of other guys also.
I want to see that, Aloe. Can you send me the link? You got the link? Anybody? Can you send it?
I got the link to Catch. I got the link to Catch channel.
Okay.
Yeah, send the link of Catch channel because he has. And this is something that only gets like right now. I look at it. It's called Hee Haw Live, and the thing is that it doesn't really let you put. Does it let you put in YouTube? No, it doesn't let you put in YouTube links. I need to.
You need to be a moderator, so like Dave or Bob.
Oh, okay.
In the chat.
Okay, I got it.
Make me a fucking give me the wrench then. Okay, I put in the link. I put in the link in the live chat now. That's the link. Please sub to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. Cat Paulina is one of the guys that is rather in the background, but he is putting out fantastic vlogs, really funny, and other guys as well. I do believe that Cat Paulina and his boys are what I refer to as the Wanker Crew. They are the guys who actually started out as the Wanker Crew, Peter Wanker Crew, and later on transformed into what we know now, what we know as the Alliance.
That's right.
And it's also Ian Holt, guys like Ian Holt also putting out really good stuff. good pictures, and really funny stuff. So please go there, check it out, sub to the channel. Fantastic guy. Passport
Where's it at?
is another guy.
I just put the link in. I put the link in the chat.
Yeah, they put the link in the chat.
So, Aloe, I got a question for you, brother.
Yes, please.
Ikaw, ang baho ang Pokemon?
You know how many people understand you right now here? I think not even 2.
My wife's listening, so I'll get the translation after the fact.
See, but
You get hit in the head.
You don't want to get that translation.
You don't want to get that translation.
Bakit ang
Especially-
baho ang Pokemon, Aloe? Ano ang problema, pare ko?
Oh, Ed was on point today. Ed was on point today.
Sip titi mo?
Oh no, that's for. I got a message. A couple CCTT mo yabas. And the last word is Arabic.
Okay.
Is this a paintball mask you got there as avatar, Baguio?
I googled Warface, and that's what
you
I
got a paintball mask? Let me see your war face. Here it is. Here it is. Don't hit me with a paintball.
I tried to find the picture from Full Metal Jacket. Show me your war face.
You use that one.
Hey, I just started getting into watching Netflix. So,
what's your favorite channel? I mean, what's your favorite series so far?
I watched that new one with the guy that plays Aquaman called Frontier.
Oh, okay. That's only a few shows long.
Yeah, it's like 2 seasons. It's coming back for a 3rd.
Watch Narcos.
Narcos. Yeah, that's a good one.
Narcos. I haven't watched that one yet.
Narcos and of course Breaking Bad, but you must have known that already.
Oh, and I got another message for Bama. They need extras on The Walking Dead, so we know you can get a job.
The problem with Bama is he wouldn't probably be able to afford a city like Angeles City, So actually, all he does is just stay in the house.
He's like I said on the other show. He stayed in Subic for a month, and he left because he went in the front of the VFW to get something to eat, and he didn't feel welcome.
That's not why I left. But okay.
Well, that's what he told me.
Of course, that's what he told you. That's an excuse.
Yeah, well, when he tells you, then it's surely not the truth. That's it. There's always another reason, and I heard other stories.
Yeah.
But usually it has to do with money. It has to do with load.
Well, then and the timeline after his little Subic Barangay Barreto thing, that's when he tried to get the bus ticket to move up to not Pangasinan. What's that other province below Pangasinan?
Zambales.
Tarlac City.
Ah, Tarlac. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just next to Nueva Ecija.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What did he do in Tarlac?
I don't know. He said he had met some girl online in Tarlac and he was going to go live with her.
Is that the Toothless dating site?
I have no idea.
They have a dating site for people with no toothless.
A tooth for a tooth dating.
But honestly, from a serious standpoint, you really can't blame the women for they probably see American. It's a
that's what I'm telling.
A leg up from
I'm not sure about that, but okay.
Well.
Yeah, but that's what I believe. Because a certain group of women, rather poor, rather uneducated, would think, okay, this is one of these famous foreigner guys, right? And he's an American, and this is something positive. This is a chance for me, maybe. And he knows that because initially he can be very friendly, because you see certain vlogs of him when he was still living in his Bahay Kubo. Then he went down to the beach. He went down to the beach, and everybody was like, "Hey, hi," and high five, and then he was like joking around. And initially people think, "Hey, this might be a nice guy," and even I thought that. Many of us thought that.
You and Dave
a
had
year
him
or
on the
two
show.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
a while ago, yes.
Yeah, but the reason was first of all, we had other reasons to bring him on the show. Personally, I never really liked him. I don't surround myself with people like him, but I thought that he is a good guy on a show. He's a crowd magnet, and he is a guy that you can bring on the show and turn him into the punching bag of the show, which was basically what I did over on the Out of the Winter radio vlogs. I needed somebody who comes on the show, and then I ask questions, and then I let my guests ask him questions, and then it becomes a fucking circus show. But let me tell you this: he is a guy who actually appears. If you don't know anything about him, he appears quite normal, right? And what happens then is, as time goes by, he has his meltdowns, he has his anger, angry breakouts, whatever you want to call that, and his drinking habits come into play. And then what happens is what you saw this morning. He starts to fucking lose it, and that's what you see on cam. Now, knowing that he is a guy who has beaten his wife and who threatens his kids, and he talks about how he handles his own daughter, I believe, it just shows what kind of person he is. And what also is interesting is the fact that his sister left several comments over on his last vlog where she said, "Yes, I know my brother is not a good guy. Yes, I know my brother is out of control. Yes, I know that he is a total wreck and a bad person, basically." That's what he is saying. But I have nothing to do with this. That's what she said. We have copies. I have seen the comments.
Hello. Now,
but I don't believe though. Wait a second. I don't believe though that they are really brother and sisters. I mean, he is looks like Nosferatu, and she looks like one of the that little the Murphs, the girl Murph.
Brittany Murphy.
No, not Murphy. The Murphs. The Smurfs.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. The blue. This blue.
The
Smurfs.
Exactly. Okay, now, Aloe, take everything you said and what you just said. Who does that mirror? Who is that exactly like? Do I have to help you? The hobo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Except the hobo wasn't an alcoholic.
No, I think he probably was.
Yeah, but that's the same category of people, and I believe that Bama just wanted to draw a line between him and that person because he knew how similar they were. Everything we criticize the hobo for, Bama is just like that. They both are poor. They both are basically homeless. I mean, the hobo was homeless in the Philippines. Bama was homeless in the States, but is also not really living the high life in the Philippines. And the difference is Bama would live the same life like the hobo if it weren't for his fake charm to get girls do things for him and let him live in their place. And the best thing that could happen now is he found a guy, the landlord he is with now, who said, "Hey, you can stay at my place," because there is another guy from Australia, also a loser, who said, "Hey, just come over and stay at my house, and stay at my place." That's what this is all about. Soon enough, the British landlord. Wait a second. Soon enough, the Brit. Okay, what is that?
Breaking news in the chat. Jenny is leaving tomorrow morning.
Okay.
It's expected.
Well, it's expected, and he also said that yesterday on the channel itself. when the live stream was on. He was yelling, and she said, "I'll leave," and okay, you can leave. I don't care. And then he started to lose it. I mean, he had one meltdown after another. And, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And, it's still that they think that they're getting under our skin. They can say whatever they want to say. They can do whatever they want to do. We control the game now, and that's good. That's good. That's positive. Super Chat is gone. One meltdown after another. Nobody there to really support him. And soon enough, the British landlord, that's what I wanted to tell you before you interrupted me, Eric, the British landlord will soon enough realize that this might not be the tenant he wants. Even he doesn't want a guy like this renting his place, because Bama will soon get into really big financial trouble where he can't even pay for the rent anymore. He has a little bit cash right now, it seems, because that's where all the Jack Daniels comes from. That's where the headset and all the other shit comes from, and all the talk about Xbox and TV and so on. That's probably the reason why he is living the high life right now. But that won't last long. It didn't last long the last time.
But you better quit worrying about an Xbox and start worrying about a squeeze box.
Yeah.
Like on the Who? No.
Oh, hey, at least if something happens, he'll get 3 hots and a cot in the shower once a week.
Not if he gets here, he won't get 3 hots and a cot.
Oh no, he'll get a bowl of rice, some fish.
He'll get one cold and a floor.
Yeah, might get a blanket. Oh, I forgot. Over here, people send them food in, don't they? If they want to eat. Okay.
Yep. Then you got to fight the other people for it.
But by the way, he's also a guy who often says things that he doesn't really mean. Yep. Statements like, and you guys remember that, and then I want to bring it up again. He always said, he respects certain people based on their military service, and that's just an empty statement, because that's what he often said. Dave, in your case, he said, I respect Dave because Dave is a military guy. I still respect him, and for a very long time, people thought, okay, that's kind of good of him. It's kind of like still has respect. He doesn't want to draw Dave into this, but when or listen to what he said just in the last 12 hours, you really realize that is just another empty statement coming from him. He has no respect for anyone. He has no respect for the military. He has no respect for women. He has no respect for the country he is in right now, where he is only a guest and only a tourist. He has no respect for people in general. He looks at people in a way, how can I profit from them? He is a user. He is abusive, and he is a person who has to be put in his place. And
here
we can't let up. We can't let up on that. We can't let go of this.
There is one vlog I got to go back. I'm going to download it. Is where he told whatever the girlfriend's name was that he's busy. She better get the broom and get her ass to cleaning. So that shows you characters.
He's a little easier there.
I'm going to go back. I don't know if you guys have it, but I'm going to go back and find it.
Yeah. How's your tooth, man? How's your tooth?
Huh?
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 Yeah. How's your tooth, man? Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Now, let me tell you here.
Over to now that we got Dave here. Now Dave has joined us. Since the I had a show.
And Dave, what do you think, man?
His show horror. His show horror joined the Bama Head channel, the Bama Head panel now.
Who? What?
Kiwi Mike.
Who cares? Kiwi who? Kiwi who?
Yeah.
Kiwi who? The guy that says he's got a job. Does anybody know what this guy does for work?
Are you talking
think
about
he's
the guy that's got the little monkey climbing the tree for a...
Yeah, he's a tarsier. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a fellatio tech.
Does he do pegging? Does he get pegged by Maori or something like that? Do they go, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to peg you? Then they do their little anger dance and then they peg him? You don't know what pegging is? Go look it up.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
And there's
Jay,
an uncomfortable 5 seconds of breathing. Okay.
hold on. No, Jace. I'm reading Jace Jazzon's comment.
So what? He also said, in front of her row, his 10-inch cock makes her scream. Lack of respect for her. No, he said 10.5 inches, which is 10.5 inches too big. He would look like a T-ball with a piece sticking out of it. There's no way that dude's hung like an any.
Yeah, but one of the reasons why she feels, I don't really know if that's true or not, but the reason why she feels it pains her is because she's not aroused. That's the reason.
He's going in dry, huh?
Yeah. I mean, look at the face. I mean, the Nosferatu coming to you in the middle of the night. It's fucking horror movies made in Minganilya.
Hey, let's watch 30 Days a Night together.
I still,
Fucking
I'm still, I'm still not over. It's going to take.
I know what you did with your tooth last summer.
Popeye's trying to make the whale.
Hey, Eric, let's get a whale report. Come on.
No, actually, we're going to switch over to Nosferatu. I'm going to run around. I'm going to run around and vlog bald people now.
He said his favorite channels.
Report, man. I hope your tooth is okay.
I'm sure Ned is really excited that Nosferatu is a fan. I'll bet he's really excited about that. He's probably like, God damn it. I'm sure he's
But all these guys, know that he's a total douchebag.
I want to give you my big 10-inch.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around his stupidity. Okay.
Well, don't try too hard.
I'm not trying too hard.
Don't break your neck.
But here we go. The golden rule when you come to this country.
I got a question for you, man.
You never shut the fuck up, Popeye. Parade rest.
I got a question for you.
Parade rest, motherfucker.
Do you know what Tarantado means? Do you know what Tulungus means? Do you know what Tagantaga means? Huh? I got another question for you there, man.
Okay, now here we go. Is the golden rule is you never threaten a Filipino's family.
You never threaten anyone.
Well, I meant, but really, when you're on a tourist visa, as a guest in this country, you threaten a Filipino's family.
You mean the way Frank
This
did?
is what happens.
Yeah,
This is what happens when he leaves the country and he tries to get back, and there's a pending, even a pending, how you call it, like a pending case.
Hold departure.
It will show up. It will show up, and you might be blacklisted when you're out of the country, and they may issue an HBO when you're inside.
Well, I got an idea. Let's start a GoFundMe.
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Let's start a GoFundMe to ship him off to Thailand.
Did you hear that Aspie laugh Eric just gave? He's
What time is it? Okay. Canadian plumber.
Awkward silence.
Oh my god! I almost suffocated on it. I was laughing so hard. What time is it?
Okay. Here we go. What good name?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Triple R ran his good name into the ground.
His good name? What good name would that be?
Exactly.
He's synonymous with bridge troll. How does he have a good name?
He was good though. For going off on the hobo.
No, he wasn't. He was weak about that too. He was completely weak about that. I actually said, hey, I'll host you two. I'll build an octagon in my front yard if you guys will fight. And he's all, no, I'm just fencing, man. And I'm like, oh, okay, pussy.
Hello, and Masaki and Poet.
The thing that he did with this, the last vlog where he was like in the front yard of his house and said, come over. That's just another attempt or another offer to make this go away. That's his way of saying, I can't handle this anymore. And he actually couldn't, because like a day or two earlier, you guys remember, he said, I'm tired of all the bullshit. I'm tired of all the drama. I get my Xbox, I get my TV, and then I would just stream games. And that's it. I will leave the whole community. I'm done with it. And a few hours later, he goes on a 6 hours rant under the influence of Jack Daniels. And I believe he's under a lot of pressure right now. Because
I believe we should all enter the octagon.
I believe we should too.
I think he's under a lot of pressure. That's why he took down the vlog, and nobody would have thought that somebody actually would go over there. I mean, it was 4 to 4:30 a.m. and he lives in a place. He also doesn't really live in a place where you can just walk up to, really in a central place. Somebody went there. 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and they took pictures. They didn't just say, hey, we heard something, everything okay, yeah, here, high five, see you, bye-bye. And you must also know that he was off the cam. He left the room for around 20 minutes, and when he came back, he pretended everything is all right, everything is cool. But I believe you must try to imagine how he must have approached these cops. It's like, oh, good evening. Oh no, everything is okay. No, hey, friends, nothing wrong. It's like super submissive bitch. He's not as cool as he thinks he is.
No,
we know Bama. When he wants something from you, when he's asking for a load, he comes up to you, like he leaves comments. He never left comments on my channel. Say, hey, I saw your last vlog, really good vlog, and I was like, okay, thanks. And then the next thing,
how big of a load did he ask for?
He actually never asked me for a load. What he asked me for is one thing. He wanted my Xbox charger. And
you wanted my Xbox charger. Come on,
no, Alan. I would not have.
You wanted to give him a load. Come on, tell the truth, Alan.
Oh, here's
you wanted to give him a load.
And when he went up to the Angeles area, he actually asked around, and he asked me for a place to stay. And I said, no, I don't know anything. Okay, And then I asked him, why do you ask me this? And he said he was like asking a few guys, and they told him just to ask me. I said, no, I also don't know. I mean, can you imagine having a guy like him renting your place, and every time when it's time to pay the rent, he would come up, hey, bro, I'm a little bit short on money this month. I'll just pay you next week. And then he won't do anything anymore. He won't call you. And then it puts you in a very awkward situation where you need to call him and say, hey, where's the rent? And then he might be drunk, and then even starts to, get very unfriendly. And, this is exactly what Matt will be dealing with. Really, really bad move to get somebody like that into your house. But hey, it is what it is. Let's see what happens next. Mm-hmm. I don't think he can afford to pay the rent. And I also don't think that he is paying his visa fees. And as you guys know, at the end of this year, he has to do the visa run. And he said that he paid everything already, but he never said to what country he will be flying to, which is also a little bit strange. And the second thing he also mentioned is he needs to go to a U.S. territory for him to renew his visa in the Philippines, which is also total crap. It's exactly the same shit he tells us about citizenship in the Philippines, about people he can beat up. If you are 64.3% Filipino, then the cops won't do anything when they beat him up. But when you are like 50% Filipino, then you are allowed to beat the person up. You know, it's very strange. You know, it's a half Filipino is it doesn't count. But you have to be a full-blooded Filipino for the cops to do something about you. It's not about citizenship anymore. It's not about the law anymore. It's about some drunkard in the neighborhood just didn't really understand what he was mumbling and said, yes, Perry. Oo, ganun talaga. Oo, sige. You know, that's probably what happened, because he was like talking about a guy who somehow like in the barangay, and he said, I asked this guy, talk to him when you are half, when you are dual, it doesn't mean anything. This person could be beaten up. The cops wouldn't do anything. Yeah, right. I mean, really? Right. I mean, how stupid can you be? How stupid can you really be? You
well,
know,
here's the thing. Like, I got a question now that you're finishing up. How's he going to afford it when his bank just is leaving him tomorrow?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. His bank's leaving, so how can he afford the TV, the Xbox? He's got no AdSense.
When a girl is leaving, it's not because there is problems in the relationship. When a girl is leaving, it means that she doesn't have any financial value to him, and according to that, he will exactly, and he will treat her accordingly. Let's say he will start to date the girl who has money. Then he will treat her like a princess. Why? Because she will cash out something, you know, buy him a Levi's 501 or some shit like that, and a pair of new flip-flops, you know, some Hawaiians for Barry, and then he would treat her really nice. But in that moment where she starts to somehow mention to him, hey, you should also start to pay for things, or why is it that it's always one side, or why is it that it's always me who's doing everything? That's the time where he thinks that the women are starting to, that's the point where he thinks the women are starting to bitch around, and then he starts to yell at them, and then, you know what, you can go. It's basically, I get it, you need to serve me, you need to do everything for me, and if you don't do it, it's basically a one-way street, right? And if you don't do it, then you are just gone. And usually women who do not know this user, that he is like that, usually they would they would accept that, at least for a while, until they say, hey, this guy's never gonna change, and I'm out of here. And sooner or later that would also happen with this guy, with this girl, and then there will be a new girl. We will see a lot of girls rotate through that Minganilla castle down there. you mark my words. A lot of girls. You know, now it's Jen, and next time it's Maria, and then it's Jenny, and then we get I don't know, Marifre is coming in. Then you got Rosie Myra, and Rosa. Then you got Lorna and Angel.
I love it. I said Lorna last night. That's awesome.
Oh, now here we go. Here we go. The Bama channel, the game. It said he's over there calling for a truce again.
Truce?
There's no fucking truce. At least not from my side.
Let me tell you something right now, fucking Allo. Let me tell you something right now, Allo. I got my foot on his fucking neck, and I'm going to lean over, and I'm going to wait till he exhausts his last breath. And when his chest quits rising and lowering, that's when I will take my fucking foot off his throat. And I will hear the death gurgle.
Hey guys, it's final thoughts.
Don't interrupt me, motherfucker.
Final thoughts because what?
Because
I got a final fucking
I got a transportation reservation.
You got to poop. You don't. Nobody makes transportation reservations at 11 o'clock at night. You're a liar.
I do. I got bus tickets to go to Pasay.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yay! I gotta poop now.
Yeah, actually, I got a meeting. I got a meeting with Professor X at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Oh my God! Please stop.
Is that guy not dead yet?
That's what I think too. He's gonna go talk to a corpse.
No, actually, I'm going to get it on video.
Oh, that's
Taye
exciting.
naman. Taye. Ang talaga.
Does he know that we're taking footage of him, or that this is like a hidden thing?
This is going to be like a hobo, like you did to the hobo.
No, well now
So
he's
he
gonna
doesn't
know
know
because
then.
he's listening.
Oh, he doesn't listen.
No, he doesn't really have an internet connection right now.
His computer took a dump. He's only got it.
Yay! I gotta poop now.
Yeah. So.
Let me tell you how the conversation's gonna go between Bama and Mr. Wilkie. Bama will walk up to him and go, "Excuse me, sir. Akin walang pera. May I have another chance? May I have some more porridge, sir?"
More?
Turns around and hits in his face.
We've turned this into a Dickens classic.
Turns around and uses the shit coming out of his asshole as lubricant to fuck him in the mouth and in the asshole all day.
Well, guys, I gotta go. I got a bus to catch.
Yep.
What fucking bus are you going to catch now, Baguio? The one going down to what? To Manila or what?
Pasay.
It's the mystery machine.
Victory Liner.
Okay.
The first
Victory
the deluxe.
He and Scooby are gonna go solve the case of the missing Professor X.
Yeah, Professor X is.
Why do you bother? Why do you bother with such miscreants?
He's
as
a
John Doe would
He's
say?
harmless.
No, he's not. He's not harmless.
Well,
He's a fucking scumbag.
All right. My Caucasian brothers. I gotta scoot out of here. I gotta take shit. I've been holding it long enough.
Like-
Have a good evening.
Like we're some elite club or something.
Expat Pepper, where are you located again? In the island of Bohol, right?
Negros Oriental.
That's where Ed Hot Lip Lippet is from, right? Yeah.
Ed,
Ed's the man, Aloe. Don't fuck with Ed, Aloe, or me and you are gonna go toe to toe in the octagon.
I gotta go pick the corn out of my shit now. You guys have fun.
Yeah, there you go. Recycle that bitch.
no, the professor.
I'm afraid that Ed. I'm afraid that Expert Prepper won't be very welcome anymore now after this show here on Baguio Live, because I know that the other guys, they always listen, and when you say something against the other team or the other camp, all of a sudden you're not welcome anymore.
Hey, who's this?
On their screen?
Who's this dipshit with the American Bulldog as an icon?
I think that's the fake wannabe first sergeant from the 101st.
So he's a fake wannabe first sergeant?
Yeah, he's the wannabe that claims he's 52. He doesn't have to work. He's retired E8. His last.
Why do you think he's a fake?
Well, I got somebody looking into it. He claims he was a first sergeant with the 101st.
Okay, well let's not call him a fake until we know.
Agent,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Let's not call him a fake until we know. That's not nice.
actually, that name rung a bell with a mutual friend of ours, and he's thinking about it.
Okay, that's exciting. Okay.
So,
Love me tender, love me sweet.
yeah. Well, hey, final thoughts, because I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to shut this down now.
You know the vitamin that you can get at the grocery store, the 7-Eleven, Eric, the Vita Milk.
No, I don't.
You should ask for it and buy a bottle and then do a review about it. It's quite good.
No,
seriously, the Vita Milk.
Actually, this week's vlog going up is going to be Professor X goes to SNR, and Professor X gets past the blue bong.
goes to SNR. You know what? You won't get any views for that. You say Professor X is having a heart attack at SNR.
Dude,
Then you get the views.
Go up behind him with like a demon mask on and just go and see what happens. That'll get the views.
And number 2 is going to be Professor X goes to pass the loop, gets past the lubong from Baguio.
Number 2, I gotta poop now.
Professor X gets hit in his dirty mouth by a baseball bat.
Then it's going to be Professor X has Newport cigarette withdrawal.
Professor X's corpse gets eaten by stray dogs.
Professor X's corpse feeds an entire piggery.
Hey, he claims. Hey, he claims.
Professor X's face skin used as a bag in Manila.
Hey, I'm waiting to see. Actually, no. If your friend,
Why are you laughing, Eric?
Okay, hold on. You guys got me laughing now for once. Hey, I'll make. And actually, pictures will be up on my Facebook. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll see them. I'm gonna get pictures. Yeah.
Professor X marries Eric's wife.
Oh my God.
Professor X goes to the moon.
Yeah. Okay, final thoughts. Let's go with Popeye first because I got to end this.
Final thoughts.
Okay, my final thoughts, gentlemen. A message to Sweet Home Alabama. I hope your tooth is okay. And mamatay ka rin ang talaga. Di ba? Oh, Popeye out.
Quintang Baloo.
I don't know that there's much more that can be said. If that video actually comes out of your wife marrying Professor X, that's going to be fried gold, man. That's going to get a million hits. No insult to your wife, I promise.
Erica's best man at the wedding. Erica's the ring boy. Oh boy. Now, on a more serious note, since it's the last round here, gentlemen, let's keep the pressure up and let's get things done. Check out the videos coming out on different channels and on Rafferty Facebook page. And surely we will also talk about this on the next coming show, on the greatest show there is in the Philippine YouTube's community, and that's Riff Raff Radio. And let's make sure that we won't back down. We have a lot of information. We have a lot of material that we can edit. Let's keep doing what we are doing right now. The cops going over to his place this morning was
come on, man! I got a bus to catch. I got a
big
reservation.
Step in the right direction. And let's keep going. Thank you very much.
See ya. And we're out.
I love you all. I really do.